Hello, Gary Champion, Psychic Medium once again. And the title of this video is The Hating of Psychic Mediums. Um, People don't hate me, but I'm small potatoes. I don't have a national following. I don't have a television show. Hell, I don't even have a radio show. I don't have a podcast. I've got a YouTube channel and a website, www.garychampion.com. So there's no really, I'm not out there enough for people to hate me. But the various reasons for hating a psychic medium, I understand them. We're going to talk about it a little bit. Part of it's religious. And there's all kinds of phrases in the Bible, I guess you can distort to say that you shouldn't be doing this. It's the devil's work. And there's a Catholic end of it that says, yes, spirits exist and you can talk to them, but you can only talk to them through the priest. The priest has the ultimate power of whatever. And we as mediums know that's just crap. It's not true at all. Anybody can speak to spirits. And you do when you say, please help me out. When you pray as a religious person, it affects the other side. If you pray as a non-religious person, gets equal treatment. They're trying to help everybody. But when you ask for something and it's reasonable, oftentimes it just pops up. It has nothing to do with religion. It has to do with the nature of the metaphysical world that you don't understand. And I've been doing this a long time, and I don't understand a lot of it either. I'm not supposed to. But I understand where the hatred comes from. And the first guy that had a television show, John Edward, they hate that guy a lot. You can look online, haters everywhere. He's a liar, he's this, he's fraudulent. How dare you take money for... And yet, in live appearances, you see videos of him, he's absolutely correct in what he's saying. He's dead on. As often there's a disconnect between what a medium hears and what he says, because interpreting the data sometimes is a difficult part for me. I can get the answer, but it's often difficult to relay it in something that can be communicated. My guys are never wrong. My interpretation can be wrong. That's all I'm saying. But they don't count the number of times that he's right. They just say he's making it up, or he has prior knowledge, or any number. It's like that Amazing Randy guy. I don't want to give him a plug, but he's been making a living off of debunking mediums his whole life. Poor sad person, was a magician. That tells you a lot. He's deceptive. And I was approached at a show once. I was giving a class, and a couple of his minions came up and said, do you want to make whatever, $1 million? He's got that thing going on where if you can skunk him, you get $1 million if you're real. But then you see these one-on-one readings with him, and he just denies everything. So how can anybody ever come out ahead on that? So anyway, he's making a living out of it. People don't hate him, yet he's just as fraudulent as anybody could be. Now we come to the real reason people hate mediums. It's not all religious, just partly religious. And you have to be pretty fundamentalist to be a psychic medium hater because of the Bible or any other religious text that you might read. It's creepy. It's creepy stuff. How can I know something? I should know it. Either I'm the brainiest, smartest, most intelligent, far-seeking, understanding, humongous brain person, or spirits are telling me stuff. Now, I know the first one's not true. I don't believe I'm that smart. I believe I listen well. And the other side has had my ear since I was 6. My grandmother passed. I was this far away from her. She sucked me into it. Makes sense. But But it only makes sense in the comic book Marvel sense that it makes sense. Kids love Spider-Man and all these Marvel characters, the Hulk, and they love that stuff, but it's not real. It's an escape for them. If it were real, would they like it? Would they still like it? Or would they just completely freak out because it's creepy? It's creepy to turn green and become the Hulk. I am the Hulk. From this Steve Bannon, this normal guy, it gets bit by a spider. Now he can shoot webs and fling through the air. Is it possible? And if it were possible, if a Spider-Man went swinging by out here, to me, that wouldn't be abnormal. The stuff I see around here is more abnormal than you can imagine. I'd go out and shake his hand and say, how's it going, Spidey? And keep up the good work. And he would shoot his spider webs and go right down the street. The average kid, if he saw Spider-Man, and I mean kid, you can be 40 and be a kid, he'd freak out. Oh my gosh, it's really real. It can't be really real. Why? Because it's too creepy. But there it is. I've heard voices and I hear them day and night. No, I've learned how to live with it. It's taken a long time, but I do pretty well with it. But anybody can hear spirits. You don't have to be special. You don't have to be a priest. You don't have to be a minister. You don't have to be anybody. You can be a car salesman. You can flip burgers. You can fly jets. Anybody can do it. It has nothing to do with money. It has nothing to do with status, power. You're either listening or you're not. If you're listening, you know what I'm saying is true because you hear them too, or you at least sense when they tell you turn right instead of left, you turn right. It's the same thing. I just happen to hear voices and always have. I don't hear a lot of voices at once, but it's creepy. But if the Hulk were stomping down the street here, tearing up the curbs and everything, people would be running for their lives. The military would be shooting him. And maybe all he's trying to do is just save the world, if he were real. Since he's a comic book character, we can revel in, there's no misunderstandings there. Hulk versus evil, Spider-Man versus evil, Superman versus evil. There's no dichotomy there. There's not two dialogues going on at once. It's just that idea. How he accomplishes defeating the bad guys, that's the story. And the truth is, most of us wish that those people were around. You know, save me, I'm falling off the building. Ah, Superman comes in and saves Lois Lane. And the world's a better place. We wish those people were here. Because if they were, we wouldn't be on the crap we're in. That's a separate story. But sometimes we just need saving as a people. There's nothing wrong with playing virtual games or acting out in a dressing up Marvel character, competing even. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a great release. And we need something to believe in. And right now it's hard to find anything to believe in. But it's not real. If it were real, it'd be creepy. Mediums are real. Some mediums are real. Most of them are not. Sorry to bust that bubble. Most of them are just making stuff up. I meet them all the time, and they try and tell me that stuff. And when I accuse them of just lying about it, they admit it. They say, okay, you caught me. But real mediums out there doing real work, it's real and it's creepy. Don't go see one. If you have misgivings, if you're going to hate somebody for something, don't go see one. Don't watch the videos. I don't go to watch or do something where I can hate someone. I'll go to watch somebody do something where I can marvel at what they're doing that I can understand. I don't go somewhere, I don't watch videos to be a hater. I try and figure out what it is they're talking about. So don't waste your time. Don't listen to mediums. Don't watch the videos. Don't try and become one yourself if you have an aversion to it. Just stay away from it. Don't become a hater because some of these guys do really good work. But it's creepy. No fear, no regret, no anger. Thanks for watching.